I've talked a lot here about memories of the 70s, and I try to put an amusing slant upon it, because otherwise what are you supposed to do? There's no point crying about it, is there? And I've spoken a few times that we built our buildings and models out of airfix bricks, and I wondered if I was dreaming because I couldn't find them anywhere. And then you guys told me what they were called, and I went on eBay and I bought myself some, and I built myself a tower, little doors. And my Ithilians can use it now to guard. I mainly use it for science fiction. I had some miniature figurine science fiction figures called Saiyan pinheads, and my brother had creatures from a planet called Aquila, Death Angels and things. And we played a lot of miniature figurine science fiction at the time. Getting those back, if you like, it's completed the loop. I've got my Britain's trees, I've got some airfix buildings, I've got my Better Builder set, I've got my 1970s figures. Thanks to modern technology, I can say the title of any 70s album or artist I like, and it pops up. It's amazing, amazing. I've been hearing recently grumblings and a rumblings from Dungeons and Dragons players about Hasbro putting Dungeons and Dragons as a PDF, join our club type, books are all out of date thing. And a lot of thumbnail titles like Dungeons and Dragons are dead. Brrr. No, it's not. Dungeons and Dragons won't die because it never existed in books. This is where a lot of people get things wrong. They think Dungeons and Dragons suddenly, I don't know what it did it appear? No, it out of a book. And we've had that right from the 80s. We've been tricked. Well, all your figures have to be like this, and you have to buy these tins, and you have to get to these clubs, and you have to buy this paint with this name on, and these brushes that are 4 times more expensive than the brushes you get from the railway modelling shop. And we older wargamers always knew that's not true. None of that's true. Dungeons and Dragons does not exist in books that somebody's trying to convince you to buy. Dungeons and Dragons exists in your head. And for some of us, it never existed in editions. It existed in towers. It looks like a fire station, doesn't it? Now I'm looking at it. It doesn't look like an Ithilian tower. But anyway, it's an Ithilian tower, trust me. And in poorly made figures that people nowadays laugh at. Miniature figurines didn't make those figures to encourage us to buy the book Lord of the Rings. They made the figures under license to the Tolkien estate because they knew we would like to use them. Yeah, they sold them at profit. They had to pay people. I haven't got a problem with profits. What I've got a problem with is this feeling that somebody owns Dungeons and Dragons and they can force you to pay a subscription. And there's even 2 levels of subscription. If you want the best level, you've got to join the hero level. It's not super expensive, let's get it right. But what happens when you don't want to pay it anymore? But why do you need to pay it anyway? Why aren't you writing your own modules, your own rules? Gary Gygax was just a bloke who wrote his own rules. He wasn't some divine entity. the companies are meant to be providing a service, and I never needed them, so I don't need them. I don't care what they invent. I don't care that, oh, you can have this creature now. No, I don't. I can have elves, dwarves, halflings, humans. They're the four, what they would have called good aligned units in my world. And pretty much goblins and a few other random things are villainous. And I have a few odd random pieces. But that's not the world. And they can't sell me a PDF of my world because it's over there in a black folder. They haven't got it. I sat down tonight to just talk to you about Better Builder building sets and thanking you for helping me complete the loop of my memories. And I've ended up doing something a bit strange, and I don't know why. I don't know what's come over me. I'm not criticising businesses that want to make profits. I'm just worried why people are getting aerated about it. Just don't buy it. Don't complain, just don't buy it. The reason why things happen a lot of the time in commerce is because they are commercially successful. I don't think Games Workshop, Citadel, Formal Dungeons and Dragons, whoever, TSR, have made very much money out of me. I haven't bought a Dungeons and Dragons module new since 1983 because I write my own. And if they didn't like that, I'd call it something else. In fact, if you'd asked me before I started doing YouTube, do you play Dungeons and Dragons? I would have said, no, I wouldn't. I don't. I have a fantasy role-playing world that I invented in the 1970s that I'm still playing. I watched the thing the other day. I didn't watch it, actually. I took umbrage. I take umbrage easily, if you know me. This man has been running a continual Dungeons game for 40 years. Learner. 40 years. Oh, man. 40 years. Well. Yeah, go on. That was quite a good shot, wasn't it? But you missed the mark by a bit there, Paul. There's lots of us who've been playing longer than that, and some of us have been playing a continual game since then. Fair enough, I understand, but there's a strange feeling in the air. 5th edition's better than that, 4th edition was rubbish. Hasbro are going to put it online, you can only get PDFs, all the books are dead. That only works if you bought into their system at the start. If you didn't buy into the system can't hold you hostage. Anyway, he pays your money, he takes your choice. I call what I do Dungeons and Dragons for you. I've got all sorts of things on the wall. I wouldn't call Lord of the Rings Dungeons and Dragons. I play in the world of Jural. I don't play in Dungeons and Dragons world. There are things in Dungeons and Dragons world I morally and ethically wouldn't like in my game. That's me. I'm not imposing it on anybody else. As long as they don't impose it on me, I can cope. I'm a big lad. The worlds we make are the worlds we make. My world is a world of funny towers, old soldiers, memories, happy, not so happy. Sometimes the times when I was most alone and saddest are actually the fondest memories I've got. That's weird. I might have to meditate on that. Yeah, like I meditate. I mean, I might have a whiskey. So, you heard it here first. Galen has lost his mind.com. Ah, Chuck.